Hey guys, it's Nelly, and today I'm finally showing you guys how to make my jerk chicken tacos. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm starting by seasoning my chicken. I'm using boneless chicken thighs. I already washed and cleaned it, and I have it on a plate here. And I'm gonna season it with some salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, ground allspice, jerk seasoning, chili powder, and you could also add some oregano or even some thyme here. Okay, so mix the seasonings really well into the chicken. Make sure the chicken is seasoned really well, and you want to cover it and refrigerate it. Let it marinate for at least 1 hour, but preferably overnight. That way the chicken will absorb the jerk flavor really well. Okay, so once it's time to bake the chicken, I preheated my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have my baking dish right here. I sprayed it with some non-stick cooking spray, and then I'm just gonna place the pieces of chicken into the bowl. Don't overcrowd the dish with chicken, so you don't want to place the chicken on top of each other. Alright, so if you need to use a larger dish, do so. And you're going to place the chicken into the oven to bake at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes until it's fully cooked. Okay, so while the chicken is baking, let's make some jerk sauce. This jerk sauce is so yummy. You can use this on like regular jerk chicken. I have a recipe for it. I'll link it down below. And you dip your chicken in the jerk sauce. It's so yummy. So in a little saucepan, I'm adding some ketchup, and then I'm gonna add some water. Check the description box down below for measurements for everything I'm using. Okay, so next I'm gonna add in some sugar to sweeten up the sauce a little bit. Next, I'm gonna add some jerk seasoning. So I usually only add 1 to 2 tablespoons of jerk seasoning in the sauce because I don't want it too spicy. So I would say start with 1 tablespoon, add it, mix it in the sauce, taste the sauce, and then you could add more as it's simmering if you want it like extra spicy. Okay. Also, you can use the spicier version of jerk seasoning. I'm using the mild by Walker's Wood. So add in some jerk seasoning, and then once the chicken is finished baking, you see the sauce from the chicken. I'm adding in a tablespoon or 2 of it, a little bit, into my sauce, and then I'm gonna put that over medium high heat. Let it come to a simmer. Once it starts simmering, you're gonna let it simmer for about 5 minutes or so. I use a whisk to combine all the ingredients together, make sure it's well blended together. And yeah, I let that simmer, and that's it, you guys. That's how I make the jerk sauce. Now, this is how I make regular jerk sauce, but for this specific recipe, you guys, to dip the corn tortillas in it and to give the tacos that nice color that we're looking for, I add 2 more ingredients into the jerk sauce. So I'm gonna add some chili powder and some oil. You can use any oil. I usually use canola oil or vegetable oil. Okay, and you're gonna add a little bit into the jerk sauce. I do this to give so that that color will stick on the corn tortillas. Okay, so it's really important. So add some chili powder, a little bit of oil, mix it, let that simmer for about 2 more minutes just so it's well blended together, and we're finished with the sauce. And here's the chicken. It's finished baking. All right, so I'm gonna let it cool for a few minutes or so, maybe about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna use my knife to chop up the meat into smaller pieces. So I'm just gonna roughly chop it up. If you want, you can slice it, whatever you prefer. Next, I'm gonna place a frying pan over medium high heat, and I'm gonna add the chopped up chicken into there. Next, I'm gonna take some of the jerk sauce we made, and I'm gonna add a little bit in the chicken and mix the sauce with the chicken. Let that simmer for about 3 minutes or so. I just want to coat the chicken in some jerk sauce. Don't add too much because you don't want it to be too wet, because remember we're adding it into tacos, okay? And then you don't want your tacos to be too soggy, okay? So just a little bit, and then remove it off the stove. Alright, y'all, so now you want to place the jerk chicken mixed with the sauce, place it on a plate. I'm using paper towels to save the dishes. We're saving the dishes here. Place it on a plate, set it aside, and then you're going to take the jerk sauce and get your corn tortillas, okay? And I'm going to just dip the corn tortillas into the jerk sauce, then lay it on another plate. You want to dip the tortillas one at a time because we're building the tacos now, okay? So dip it, place it on a plate, and then we're going to fill the tacos. So I'm using some shredded mozzarella cheese. I'm going to spread that on top of my tortillas. Then I'm going to add a spoonful or two of the jerk chicken. Don't add too much because then you're going to have problems folding the tacos. Next, I added some diced red onions. I also shredded some green cabbage. If you want, you can saute the cabbage, but I just shredded it like that because cabbage and jerk chicken goes together, okay? So yeah, so I added a little bit of shredded cabbage, some fresh cilantro, and then I fold my tacos. You could also add diced tomatoes. Just add your favorite toppings, then you fold the tacos just like this, and then place it into a frying pan. I'm using the same frying pan I used to warm the chicken. It's the same ingredients. So yeah, just add a little bit of oil in the pot to coat it. You'll see me add it in a second, okay? And then place the tacos into the frying pan over medium heat, and we're gonna let that sear for about 2 minutes, maybe one, that first side to get nice and golden brown and a little crispy, okay? So have it on a medium to medium high heat and let it fry for about 2 minutes. Then you're going to flip it to the other side. Use a flat spatula to help you flip it. It's okay if some of the filling starts oozing out. Just use the spatula to like stuff it back in there, okay? It's totally fine. And once the second side gets crispy, that's it, you guys. That is how I make my jerk chicken tacos. So I'm just gonna keep filling up the rest of my tacos, and then we'll move on to the next step. Don't this look so good? Jerk chicken in a tacos. Oh my god, it was delicious. So once you're finished making all of your tacos, you want to place them on a plate, okay? And the last thing I like to do is drizzle the top of the tacos with some of the yummy spicy jerk sauce. And that is it, you guys. If you don't want to drizzle it on top because it will make it, a little wet, you can just dip the tacos into the jerk sauce. So just add a little bit of the jerk sauce in a small serving bowl and dip your tacos in there and enjoy. So good. If you guys try the recipe, please let me know in the comments down below how it turned out, if you enjoyed it, how it was. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see my upcoming videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Somebody called this birria tacos but Jamaican style, and I agree. So thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.